So I built a asymmetrical tarp yesterday. This is a 12 foot by 12 foot tarp, and as you can see it's pretty big. It won't compress very much. This is a tarp I built. It's 12 foot by 5 foot, and it'll compress down really small. It's not doesn't take up any size or space. And the weight savings, this full coverage tarp is 3 pounds and 6.20 ounces. And then this tarp, this asymmetrical tarp, is 9.70 ounces. So quite a bit of weight savings on there for somebody who's doing backpacking and stuff. These are okay if you're doing car camping or just hiking in a short distance or anything. Offer a lot more coverage. But if you're really looking for some weight saving and size saving in your bag, these are a lot better way to go. So this is the asymmetrical tarp that I made. And by asymmetrical, it means you can only lay in it one direction. Like this is the foot end over here, and if you come over around this way, you can see how the tarp comes out on the head end over there. So this tarp is set up to only lay head right and feet left. That's the only way it's set up. So it's good for like keeping the dew off of you, keeping a little bit of the wind off of you. If it's raining, just a straight down rain, it'll provide protection. Now this is pretty close to the end, but when I actually lay in it and get at an angle, it's going to be more underneath there. And I've got a second set of tie-outs down here so I can hook the ridge line up to this one, and then it would pull it more down on this side and give me a little bit more side coverage if I needed it. But I did used some reinforcement for the inside of it where all the corners are and the pull tabs are, and got all these sewn up. I got BSTDs up top here and here, and then down here I got these little attachments. There you can just, to adjust the tension, all you gotta do is pull on it, or if you want to loosen it, just lift it up and it'll loosen it. Real quick, easy adjustments on the corner pullouts. But it's a really basic tarp, but for what it's designed for, just a minimal coverage, lightweight tarp, it works great for that. And this is a 12 foot long, 58 inch wide tarp. So I know Dutch has some other fabric that's 72 inches wide, so it'd be even wider. But I'm gonna lay in it and I'll show you the coverage from inside. Now when I'm laying in it, my head's under this wide part, my feet are underneath that wide part. I got quite a bit of coverage, but if I wanted more coverage, I can drop the tarp down even lower and spread it out a little wider, and it give me more coverage that way too. But like I said, just for a tarp that's just minimal coverage, and just to kind of something to keep the dew off of you, or just a light rain or something like that, or provide you some shade or whatever, works great like for that. And doesn't weigh much. It compacts real small. But you have to know when you're ordering it, if you lay head right, feet left, or head left and feet right, because it can only be set up one way. Even if you flip it around the other way, it's still set up for head right, feet left. I guess the only way you could make it do the other way is if you flip the tarp completely upside down and did it. But try to make it really lightweight. The line is just 1.75 millimeter zinget, and like when I weighed this earlier, it was a little over 9 ounces for the tarp, the ridge line, everything here, and the stuff sack. So I don't know, it's not really the type of tarp I like. I prefer the full coverage ones, but for people that want super lightweight and minimal coverage and all that kind of stuff, it is nice. It provides protection from the rain, and I'm still getting a lot of ventilation through here, and visibility, I could see everything. It doesn't block the visibility at all. Even down towards my footing, I could see everything. So I do like that about it. Yeah, that's it. It's made out of seal poly, so it's really waterproof and real lightweight fabric. If it's something you're interested in, just let us know. It's available. So before I take it down, I want to switch this to the other setup. Show you how easy it is. I just loosen this up, getting some slack, and then got a button knot on this. Just slip this over the button knot like that, maybe. Come on, man. There we go. And then now I'm gonna take this off. Let's get this cord with larch headed on there. Put it over on the other one. And take this. Take this over here. And then this prusik loop, all it does is come inside of here, spread it out. I need another set of fingers. There. Slip it over the button knot. Like that. And then now, tighten this back down. Now the wind's going to blow up. The wind was nice and calm until I got ready to do this. So now if I add another cord on here, you can see how much extra protection that gives on the side versus having this way up here and it being open like that. That's about 15 inches, and that makes a heck of a difference on giving you some protection from the rain from the side. You know, pull this out, have another piece of cord. I haven't made another cord for this, but have another ridge line or cord going there, and then of course tighten this up. So I definitely like. I'm glad I added that, because that does make a really big difference in the protection going from that to that. Just wanted to show you that before I took it down. And then the way I just adjusted the head in, I could do the same thing up here to the foot end to bring that down to the side. And then this here, just like the pull-outs on our hammocks, all you gotta do to tighten this up is just pulling the cord, and then if you want to loosen it up, just lift up on that and it'll slide through, loosen up like that. Pretty nice. And the way I did the corners, I used a Hyper D 300 polyester for the reinforcement panel, and my tarp that I bought, a Kelty Noah tarp, it's got some reinforcement panels on it too, but it's so stiff that when you go to put it in a stuff sack, they actually take up room. But this stuff, this Hyper D 300 polyester is really, really thick. It provides a lot of protection and reinforcement, but it compresses down to nothing, and I love that. So I just did basic straight stitches across, did a little X here and a bar tack up there to put on this slide lock, and I did the same thing up here with the Beastie D's, same way. I sewed them, same material for the reinforcement on all the corners. And then all my ridge lines, all my cords are 1.75 millimeter Zingit, and I don't know, I'm going to try it. I have always preferred the full coverage tarps. because, man, why does the wind pick up when I do this? I've always preferred the full coverage tarps because you just want the protection. If I'm going to be out and the weather's going to change or something, I want to be ready for whatever. And I'm showing off my hammock. This is the monolight. I love this stuff. So what was I going to say? I've always preferred the full protection. With my big 12 foot by 12 foot tarp, I can leave it open, leave one side open, or the whole thing open. I can fold it down like an A-frame. I can close up the ends like a tent. I can do anything I want with it. And I have all the options based on the weather. If I need ventilation, if I need wind protection, if I need protection from the cold, whatever I need, I can do that with a big tarp. This tarp, you got nothing. You got some protection from the dew, some protection from the sun, and light rain, and that's about it. But if you know the weather's going to be nice and you don't want to carry a lot of weight in your pack, then this is the way to go. I mean, it is a couple pounds lighter than my big tarp, and takes up a fraction of the space. So it's just an option. Everybody's got their things, depending on what type of camping you do and everything else. And I haven't got to show this in a while. Look at this. Look at this beast. That monolight. But only disadvantage to this monolight is it's got a 200-pound weight limit. And it seems like everybody that asks about one of these and wants one of these weighs over 200 pounds. But it's comfortable. And on a hot day like today, it's up around 90. And that you can feel that breeze blowing through there, through that monolight. And then with having this minimal coverage tarp, so it allows all the air to flow through, that's a nice combination. It definitely is. So that's something else to think about with the asymmetrical tarps. On hot days, you know it's not going to rain, or there's just a slight chance, but you just need some protection from the sun or from the dew. This is definitely a way to go for that. Anyway, that's it. Sil Poly asymmetrical tarp. Only weighs a little over 9 ounces, 12 foot long, about 58 inches wide. If you are interested in one of these, they come in different colors, and just let us know. So if you're looking for a lightweight combination, that's that Sil Poly tarp and a monolight hammock, and it comes in at 1 pound and 1.8 ounces for the combination of the hammock and the tarp.